Hi, and welcome to Yoga with me again. My name is Jvila or Z, and I'll be guiding you through a 1 hour yoga class today. I'm recording here at our space at Baltavarna in Nicaragua, where I do live. So it's pretty warm today out here, and it's pretty windy. Hopefully, you will be able to hear me very clear. All right, I will take a seat on my mat, and you find your mat and come to sit for a brief moment. We won't sit very long, just for a few moments. I would like to mention for this class today, for this practice today, try to pay attention to your breath and how you're breathing. Notice if your breath is getting faster at times or getting slower. Notice if your tongue is changing its direction in the mouth. Notice if your tongue is pressing on the roof of your mouth. And you can go ahead, just press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And notice how it feels in your jaw, in your head, and in your neck, and even in your chest. So a lot of times, when we start pressing the tongue on the roof of the mouth, there is tension that happens and holding that happens in the head space and in the shoulder and chest space. So that's how you can notice that maybe you're holding a little bit. So if you notice your tongue pressing on the roof of your mouth at any point, just try to relax it in the mouth. Other than that, pay attention to your body and how it feels, all the movements that we will do today. We are all different, our bodies are very, very different. One thing that I would like to mention, I'm 21 weeks pregnant, and so I definitely will look very different than you will. So adjust any pose, to your own, to fit your own body. And sensation. If you like using blocks, which I love using blocks or props in yoga, I will be using blocks. If you don't have or want to use blocks, that's totally fine. They're not necessary. If you want to use any padding or blanket or pillows underneath your knees, have them handy. And other than that, let's move. So we will start our practice standing today. When you're ready, stand up on your mat. And when you're standing, stand anywhere on your mat, bringing your feet as wide as you desire, where you feel stable, where you feel like you can stably hold yourself up standing. And then when you find that space, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Try to come to a little bit of more still state. And bring your mind, your attention to your breath. And just notice how you're breathing today. Now start noticing how you're standing today. Changing nothing at all. Notice how you feel in your feet. You feel stable. Where is the weight in your feet? And notice where are your hips in relation to your feet, in relation to your heels and your knees. Remember, don't change anything at all. Just observe how your body is this moment. Now notice your shoulders, your upper back, and your chest area. Where is that part of your body in relation to your hips? And then notice your head, your skull. Where is your skull in relationship to your shoulders, chest, and your back? And now we'll move from down up again, trying to stack a little bit parts of our bodies on top of one another. So first just start with your knees and see if you could stack your knees to be on top of your center point of your feet. Somewhere in between your heels and the balls of your feet. Then moving higher to your hips, stacking the hips to be on top of the knees. And now moving to your chest, upper back, and the shoulders. So envision that space in between your chest and in between your upper back, in between the shoulder blades, where your heart is resting. So that center part and that center line of your shoulders, can you stack that to be above your hips? Now, lastly, your skull, your head. See if you can bring your head to be in the center of that heart area. And then take a few breaths to just notice, how does it feel to stand like this? Now let's all take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, release. 2 more times. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more. And out. Come back to your normal breathing. Trying to keep your body stacked like that. Either keep your eyes closed or blink your eyes open. Reach your arms out to the sides and up. And bring your arms out to the sides and down. Matching the movement with the breath. Breathing in, arms come out to the sides and up. Lift your gaze slightly. Breathing out, arms come out to the sides and down, gaze forward. Continue moving just like this with your own breath. One last one. Now next time your arms come out to the sides and up, stay here. Interlace your hands behind your head. Placing your fingers so they're holding your skull, and your thumbs, they're supporting the back of your neck. They're supporting the neck. From here, open your elbows wide. Notice sensation in your chest. Notice sensation in your upper back. Now start lifting your gaze, lifting your chin up, leaning your skull slightly back. Continue opening through the elbows wide. Notice sensation in your upper back, maybe in the middle back. And gently bring your head back to center. Release your arms out to the sides and bring them down. Reach your arms forward and up. On an exhale, out to the sides and down. We'll continue just like that, reaching the arms forward and up when you breathe in, out to the sides and down when you breathe out. We'll add the movement in the feet. When you breathe in, come high on the tippy toes. And when you breathe out, your heels come down. Continue. Try to lift on the tippy toes as slow and gradually as your arms lift, and come down onto your heels as slow and gradually as your arms come down. A few more, moving with your own breath. One last one. Keep your feet on the mat. Reach your arms forward and up. Interlace your hands. Place your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Keep your gaze forward. Elbows opening wide. Lean towards the left. And come back to center. Lean towards the right. Match with the breath. When you come up, you breathe in. When you lean, you breathe out, leaning from side to side. Keep those elbows opening. Lean your head, your skull slightly back. The back of the head, slide the back into your hands. One more time, leaning to the left. And one more time to the right. And come back to center. Reach your arms out to the sides. And release. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Roll them back and down 3 times. Big circles with your shoulders. After your 3rd time, shrug your shoulders up and roll them forward. 3 circles forward. Big circles. After your 3rd circle, reach your arms out to the sides and up. And on an exhale, out to the sides, keep your arms in T. Continue breathing. Take a breath in. On your breath out, turn to the left. On your breath in, center, breath out to the right. Turning from side to side, just like this. Moving with your breath. Notice how the weight may be changing into your feet. And notice how your hips are moving when you twist. Your hips are twisting. And now 2 last rounds. Try to keep your hips facing forward. Maybe twisting slightly less. One more time to the left, and one more time to the right. And back to center. Reach your arms out to the sides and up. Interlace your hands. Interlace your hands the opposite direction. Your fingers the opposite direction where it feels weird. Open your elbows wide. Lift your gaze. Lean your skull slightly back. Keep your elbows opening wide and back. Take a breath in. On a breath out, fold forward. Keep your elbows opening. Your head pressing back into your hands. Bend the knees. Fold forward. When you're in full forward fold, release your arms. Let your hands hang or grab the opposite elbows. Shake your head yes and no or make few circles. Letting your head relax. If you're circling, make sure you circle the opposite direction a few times. And then come to stillness. Bend the knees a lot. Bring your chest, belly on your thighs. Bring your weight into your heels. Keep your thighs and your hips where they are. Envision you're sitting in a chair. Your hips are on the chair. Start lifting your spine up as if you were sitting up into that chair, trying to sit up into that chair. Your hips are low. Your thighs are parallel to the floor or maybe parallel to the floor. Sitting up. Turn your palms to face forward. Reach your palms back. Reach your arms out to the sides and up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Look straight forward. Lift your chin, lift your gaze. Lean your skull slightly back towards your hands. Observe all the sensations. Lower the hips slightly lower. Weight in the heels. Press into both feet. Start straining the legs. Look forward. Reach your arms out to the sides and release. On your next breath in, reach your arms out to the sides and up. Breathing out, out to the sides and down. 2 more. One last one. This time interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Lift your gaze. Skull moves back. Elbows open. On your breath out, fold forward, forward fold. Keep opening the elbows. Keep your head moving back. When you're fully folded, release your hands. Either on the mat, grab the opposite elbows, few circles with your head, or just nods, yes and no. Come to stillness with a movement of your head. Bend the knees a lot, chest, belly, and your thighs. One more time, chair pose. First, hips back, weight into the heels. Keep your hips back, keep your hips low. Start lifting up slowly. Lifting up very, very slow. With control. When you're lifted, palms face forward. Reach your palms back, look forward, reach your arms out to the sides and up. Interlace your hands the opposite direction behind your head. Open your elbows wide. This time, keep your gaze forward. Lean your left elbow to the left. And to center. And to the right, leaning to the right. Elbows stay open. One more time to either side. Press your head slightly back into your hands to keep those elbows open. And one more time, leaning to the right. And center. Lift your gaze. Lean your skull back. Sit your hips slightly lower. Weight in the heels. Hips move back. Press into the feet. Straighten the legs. Look forward. Reach your arms out to the sides and down. On an inhale, out to the sides and up. Look up. On an exhale, out to the sides and down. Step forward and in front of your mat. If you're using the blocks, have them handy. If you're not using the blocks, your hands will go straight on the mat. On your breath in, reach your arms forward and up. On your breath out, out to the sides and down. Breathing in, arms forward and up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Continue breathing, open your elbows wide. Keep your elbows opening wide. Lean your head back, lift your chin. Note the sensation in your upper back. On your exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Keep your elbows moving back. Elbows stay open. Only when you're fully folded, release your hands. Either grab the elbows or hands down. Shake your head yes and no, or a few circles. If you're using the blocks, grab the blocks, hands on the blocks. Bend the knees a lot. Palms flat on the blocks or the mat. Lift your right toes off the mat and step your right foot back very slowly, all the way back. Right toes on the mat. Here, engage through the legs. Press the feet down and away from one another, and press the feet down and towards one another. And now somewhere in between, where your legs are very stable, where your base is very stable. So adjust here. When you feel that stability and strength in your legs, from the hips down towards the feet, slowly bring one hand at a time onto the left thigh, middle of the thigh, closer to the hip. Start pressing the thigh down and forward to lift up. Notice what engages when you use your arms to press your thigh down and forward. Reach your arms forward and up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. On your next exhale, lean towards the left. On your breath in, come to center. Lean towards the right on an exhale. And center on an inhale. One more time to either side, moving with your breath. Elbows keep opening. Press your head slightly back towards your hands. Next time you come to center, pause here. Lift your chin, lift your gaze. Lean your skull back. Elbows open even a little bit more. On your breath out, start leaning forward. Keep your elbows moving back. Chest stays open. Slowly release your hands, place them down. Right knee comes down onto the mat. Untuck your right toes, move your hips back. Front leg comes to straight or half straight. And then bring your hips forward. Leaning your hips slightly down and forward. We will move here. Moving the hips back and forward. Trying not to stay in one position for long. Just moving back and forward. Remember, you can move just a little bit. Don't have to move to the very last point. And notice if you tend to move to the very end range of your motion. And if you tend to do that, try to stop yourself from moving to the very end. Next time your hips move forward, bring your left knee to be above your left heel. Tuck your right toes under. Engage through both feet, pressing them down and away, down and towards one another, somewhere in between. Lift your back heel off the mat, back knee off the mat. Stability in the legs. Reach your left arm up. Chest opens to the left. Now start reaching through the left arm up so much that your right arm starts lifting, and you start lifting to make your sternum upright. You twist it to the left side. And then start leaning forward. Your right hand eventually will go down onto the block or the mat. Your left arm is where it was. One more time. Start reaching through the left arm to come up. Lots of stability here, lots of control. And leaning forward. Right hand comes down. Now look down, left hand down, right knee down. Keep your right toes tucked under. Reach your right arm up. Look up, chest opens to the right. Now start reaching through the right arm the same way to pull yourself up. Your arms will come to T, your sternum, your spine is vertical to the floor. And then lean forward, tilt forward. Your left hand will come down, right hand is up. One more time, lifting up. This time you're going to stay lifted for a few breaths. Option here, press into the back heel to lift the back knee off the mat. Lean forward, tilt. Left hand on the mat or the block, right arm lifts. Look down, right hand down, right knee down, hips back, left knee meets the right. Walk your knees wide, bring big toes to touch, hands on the mat or the blocks. Bring your hips back. First, sit on your heels, and then walk your hands forward, lower down to child's pose. Forehead on the mat. If it doesn't touch the mat, that's okay. You can use the blocks and stack your fists. We can use the pillow or anything, really. I love using the blocks in child's pose here, so my arms stay active. And I can create more length by pressing the blocks forward. If you don't have blocks, come high on the fingertips. So you create this spider hand. When your wrists are lifted, you're pressing into the fingertips so your arms are active. Few more breaths here. Start pressing into your hands, coming up slowly on all fours, hands and knees. When you're on hands and knees, palms flat or on the blocks, and step your right foot forward. Tuck your left toes under, crawl the left knee back, activating through both feet. Press your feet down and away from one another and towards one another. Lift your back knee off the mat. Adjust here so you feel stable in your legs. Feel strong in your legs, in your feet, in your hips, in your thighs. When you feel that full stability, slowly bring one hand at a time onto the right thigh. Lean forward. So bring your hands closer to your right hip. Now start pressing into your hands down and forward towards the right knee to lift up. Reach your arms forward and up. And interlace your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers the opposite direction where it feels weird. Open your elbows wide. Keep your gaze forward. Lean towards the right, right elbow towards the right. Come back to center and lean to the left. Leaning on your breath out, coming to center on your breath in. One more time on either side. Next time you're at center, open your elbows wider. Lift your chin. Lean your skull towards your hands. Breathe. On your exhale, lean forward. Elbows keep moving back. Head keeps pressing towards your hands. Lean, lean, lean forward. And then undo your hands. Bring your hands onto the blocks. Left knee down or hands onto the mat. Untuck the toes, hips back. Straightening the front leg. And then moving your hips forward. Bending into the front knee, hips down and forward. Few times here. You tend to move to the very end where you feel this great sensation of stretch in your legs and in your hips. Just try to move less. Move to where you just start to feel that sensation of stretch or something happening. Few more breaths. And next time you bend the front knee, bring your right knee to be above your right heel. Tuck your left toes under, activating through both feet. Lift your back knee off the mat. Adjust to where you feel very stable and very strong in your legs. Reach your right arm up, opening your chest to the right. Left hand stays down. Now start reaching through the right arm so much that you start lifting up. Your arms remain at T when you lift. And then start leaning forward and down. Your left hand will come down onto that block or the mat. One more time, lifting up. And one more time, leaning forward and down. Look down, bring your right hand down, left knee down. Keep your left toes tucked under, reach your left arm up, chest opens to the left. Now start reaching through the left arm to lift up. Your arms will come to T. Your sternum is vertical to the floor. Lean forward, your right hand comes down, left arm lifts. One more time, lifting up. This time we'll stay here for a few breaths. Option here, press into the back heel to lift your back knee off the mat. Lean forward, tilt. Right hand comes down, left arm lifts. Look down, left hand down. Left knee down if it's lifted. Shift your hips back, right knee meets the left. And then wiggle your hips from side to side. If you're using the blocks, move them to the side for a moment. And come to all fours, hands and knees. Press into your fingertips. Untuck your toes. Few rounds of cat and cow. On an inhale, drop your belly, chest, look up. On an exhale, rounding through the back, through the neck, look in between your legs. Breathing in, belly drops, ribs drop, heart moves forward, chin moves forward and then up. And on an exhale, round. Belly, chest, heart moves up towards your spine. Look in between your legs. Continue at your own pace. And notice the movement and the sensation in your upper back and in your chest, in between your shoulder blades, where the back of your heart lies. A few more rounds. One last one. Your round will end at your exhale with an inhale coming to all fours, hands and knees. If you were using the blocks, you can grab them again or stay on all fours and step your right foot forward. Toes facing forward, right knee above your right heel. Tuck your left toes under, engaging through both feet. Press your feet down and away from one another. Lift the back knee off the mat. And then turn your left heel to the right. Place your left foot flat on the mat. It's parallel to the short end of the mat. And then turn your toes slightly into the front of the mat, just a little bit. Reach your left arm up. Keep your right knee very bent. So reaching up through the left arm to come up. Lifting up to standing. When you're standing, arms out to the side, a T, bend into the right knee. Reach your arms up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Now turn your gaze so your gaze is in line with your sternum, in line with your spine. Open your elbows wide. Lean your head slightly back. Notice the sensation in your upper back and in your chest. Lean your left elbow back. And come back to center, lean your right elbow forward. And center, continue from side to side. Slowly. Keep opening those elbows. Notice, how's your breath? Notice where your tongue is in your mouth. And one more time, leaning back. And then come to center, reach your arms out to the sides. Press into the front foot, the right foot, straighten your right knee. Reach your arms up and interlace your hands the opposite way behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Lean your head slightly towards your hands. Reach your left elbow back, lean back. Notice all this space in the right side. And lifting up to center, lean your right elbow to the right. Both elbows open, head towards your hands. Now keep everything as is, just slowly unwrap your hands from behind your head. Your left arm reaches up, your right arm reaches down. Bring your right hand somewhere on the back of your right leg. If you have the urge to lean forward into your triangle, try to resist it. Start reaching through the left arm so much that you lift yourself up to standing. Reach your arms up and above your head. And interlace your hands behind your head. Bend the right knee very deep. Open your elbows wide. Press into the back of, or into the outer edge of the left foot. Open your arms wide. Look towards your right fingertips. Lift your right heel off the mat. And bring it down. 2 more times. Coming high on the tippy toes on the right foot. Very slowly. And bringing it down. Press into the back foot. Press into that left foot. 1 more time. Lifting. And bringing it down. Press into the right foot. Straighten your right knee. Reach your arms up and above your head. Bring your palms to touch in the center of your heart. Turn your right toes to the left. Take a breath in. On your breath out, lean forward, forward fold. When you're in full forward fold, release your arms. They can be on the mat, or you can hug your elbows. You can walk your hands forward if it feels good. And make a few circles with your head, or nodding your head yes and no. Your feet are parallel. Toes are pointing forward. Wherever you are, take 1 more breath. After that breath, bring your right hand onto the right leg, left hand onto the left leg. Slide your hands towards your thighs. Press into your thighs, lift halfway, spine parallel to the floor. Reach your head forward and your hips back. Extend your arms out to the sides. Now bend the elbows and interlace your hands behind your head. Lift your elbows. Press your head into your hands. Press your head into your hands so much that you start standing up. Lifting up. Lift your chin, lift your gaze, look up. Lean towards your hands. Elbows open. 1 more breath. And then start bringing your gaze forward. Reach your arms out to the sides. And release. Turn your left toes to the left. And your right foot stays parallel to the short end of the mat, or toes turn slightly in. Adjust your stance here. If you need to, bend into the left knee. Feeling the stability in the legs first. Then reach your arms out to the sides and up. And interlace your hands behind your head. Let's interlace the opposite direction now again. Turn your gaze to where it's in line with your spine. Open your elbows wide. Press into both feet. Both feet are strong. Press into both feet, down and away from one another. And down and towards one another. And somewhere in between. Find that space somewhere in between. Now lean your left elbow back. And come back to center. Lean your right elbow forward. And center. Continue from side to side. Continue with your breath. When you lean, your exhale. When you come to center, you inhale. Your legs continue to be strong. Notice the sensation in your side body. Notice the sensation in your upper back, your chest. Notice if your elbows start moving forward. Continue opening through the elbows. Press your head slightly back. 1 more time, moving back. And then come to center. Release your arms out to the sides. Press into the front foot, into that left foot to straighten your left knee. Reach your arms above your head and interlace your hands behind your skull. Your thumbs keep supporting your neck. Open your elbows wide. Both legs are strong. Lean your left elbow back. Creating all this space in the left side. If we said left elbow, it's your right elbow you're leaning. And come back to center. Lean your left elbow towards the left. Tilt towards the left. And keep everything how it is. Slowly undo your hands. Right arm reaches up, left arm reaches down. Bringing that left hand onto the outer side of your leg. Resisting the urge to fold forward, to reach for the floor. Reach that right arm up to lift yourself up. Arms out to T. And reach your arms up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Skull back. Bend into the left knee. Open your arms wide to T. Turn your gaze to the left fingertips. Lift your left heel off the mat, coming high on the tippy toes. And bring it down. 2 more. With control. Moving slow. Press into the outer edge of the right foot. 1 last one. And press your left foot down. Press down to straighten the left leg. Turn your left toes to the right. Reach your arms up and above your head. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Lift your chin up. Lean your head slightly back. Keep your chest open. Elbows moving back. Skull moving towards your hands. On your exhale, fold forward. Keep your elbows lifting. When you're fully folded, release your arms. Any variation of the arms, either forward or grabbing onto the legs. Let your head release, shaking your head or making few circles. Come to stillness. Slide your hands up your legs towards your thighs. Press into your thighs, lift halfway. Spine parallel to the floor. Reach your hips back, head forward. Start lifting up fully to standing. Reach your arms out to the sides and up. Palms touch, palms to your heart center. Slowly heel toe your feet closer towards one another, to where your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. We'll come into a full goddess squat. Turn your toes slightly out, about 45 degrees. You can also keep your feet facing forward or feet parallel to one another if you have done many of these squats and you know that this is the way that is good for you. Try to keep your sternum nice and tall. Start bending the knees. Try to keep your knees tracking over your toes. And start slowly sitting down into your squat. When you're in your squat, elbows towards the insides of the knees. Press the elbows wide and pull the knees towards one another. Now you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. We'll stay here for several breaths. In this squat, envision that there is a wall behind you. And you would want to lean your shoulder blades and your skull back towards that wall. And your hips are heavy. Your hips are dragging down towards the floor. And your breath is nice and smooth and slow. Your tongue is relaxed. Your eyes are soft and relaxed. Few more breaths. Can you go ahead and blink open your eyes if they're closed? lean forward, lifting your hips slightly, bring your hands on the mat, and then come onto all fours on your mat. When you're on all fours, knees very wide, bring big toes to touch, hips towards the heels, child's pose for a few breaths here. Reaching the arms long, forehead down. Any variation of your arms. I like at this point to open my arms quite wide, wider than my shoulders, and walk my hands forward. So I feel not only the length in the side body, but also the sensation of broadness throughout my back, throughout my upper back, and throughout my chest. Any variation will do though. Wherever you are, one more breath. After that one breath, press into your hands, walk your hands towards your knees, and come to sit on your heels. Walk your knees together, untuck your toes, and then come to stand on your knees. So here, if you're using any padding, use the padding under your knees. Press the tops of the feet down towards the mat. Try to keep your sternum nice and tall. Again, see if you can feel your hips stacking above your knees, your shoulders, and your chest and your upper back stacking above your hips. Reach your arms out to the sides and up. Interlace your hands behind your head, the opposite direction, fingers. Thumb supporting your neck. Open your elbows wide. Lean your left elbow to the left. And come to center. And lean to the right. A few more rounds just like that. Match your breath to the movement. Coming to center when you breathe in. Leaning to one side when you breathe out. One more time. Finish your round on the right side. And when you come back to center, pause here. Lift your chin. Lift your gaze. Open your elbows even wider. Notice if your hips are still above your knees. One more breath. On your breath, on your next breath in, bring your gaze to center. Slowly start sitting onto your heels and release your hands. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears, roll them back, 3 big circles. And then 3 circles forward when you're done with your circling back. After your circles, bring your hips to one side and bring your legs in front of you. So coming to sit with your legs straight in front of you. Legs are about as wide as your hips. And then take your soft parts and move them back. When you move them back, you feel like you may be leaning forward. That's totally fine. Bend your left knee and place your left foot flat on the mat. Right foot flexed and very engaged. So both feet are active here. Reach your arms forward and up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Opposite way. The fingers all the way. Open your elbows wide. Lean your head slightly back. Take a breath in. On your breath out, twist to the right. On your breath into center. On your breath out, twist to the left. And one more time to either side. Twisting to the right. And next time you twist to the left, stay there. continue breathing. Stay in this twist. Slowly undo your hands from behind your head. Drop your left hand behind you on the mat. Bring your right hand onto the left knee. Pull the left knee in towards you and look behind your left shoulder. Be gentle here. With every breath that you take, notice subtle movements in your body. On your next breath in, slowly come back to center, twisting to center. Both hands underneath your right knee, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Both feet active, left foot flexed, right foot pressing down. Reach your arms forward and up. Interlace your hands behind your head, fingers regular way. Open your elbows wide. Push your head slightly into your hands. Take a breath in. On your breath out, twist to the right first. To the left, I'm sorry. And back to center. Twisting to the right when you breathe out. And back to center. One more time, twisting to the left. And one more time to the right. This time stay here in a twist. Slowly undo your hands from behind your head. Right arm down, left hand onto the right knee. Pull that right knee slightly to the center. Look behind your right shoulder. Again, there's not too much pulling or pushing here. So try to move with your breath rather than your strength. On your next breath in, twist back to center. Both hands underneath your left knee, bend your left knee. Walk your feet as wide as the mat. Come to the center, sit on the center of the mat, and then come to lay down on your back. When you lay down on your back, your feet stay as wide as the mat and your knees stay very bent. When you're on the back, open your arms out to T. Your wrists as high as the shoulders, palms face up. Let your chest and your back release down. If you feel your upper back ribs lifted off the mat, envision your front ribs becoming heavy and pressing down to soften down towards the mat. So the back ribs start gently releasing down. Keep your shoulders, arms relaxed, soft and open. Keep your feet as wide as the mat. Draw both knees to the left and turn your head to the right. Bring all your attention to your breath. When you breathe out fully and completely. Notice subtle changes in your body with every single round of breath. Allow your chest and shoulders to release and relax. Your next breath out, bring your knees and your head back to center. Take a breath in and a breath out. Your following breath in, drop your knees to the right, head to the left. Same here. Try to allow the gravity and the natural weight of your body and your breath to do the work here. No pushing, no pulling. For your bottom of your next exhale, bring your knees, your head back to center. Walk your feet to touch in the center. Your knees are bent. Cross your right thigh over the left. If you are sitting cross-legged on the chair. And then shift your hips to the left slightly. Drop your knees to the right. Turn your head to the left. One more nice deep full round of breath. At the bottom of your exhale, bring your knees and your head back to center. Keep your thighs crossed. Bring your knees towards your chest. Keep your arms open. Your shins are parallel to the floor. And keep your knees into your chest. Uncross your legs. Bring your feet down on the mat. Knees very bent. Cross your left thigh over the right. Shift your hips to the right. Bring your knees to the left, head to the right. Both sides of the chest relax, shoulders relax. Your right shoulder starts pulling up away from the mat. Lift your knees slightly higher or bring something underneath your knees. One more breath. And at the bottom of your next exhale, bring your knees and your head back to center, keeping the thighs crossed. Bring your knees towards your chest, shins left to be parallel to the floor. Keeping your knees at the chest, uncross your legs. And now hug your knees with your arms softly in towards your chest. Make circles to one direction, massaging your back, your glutes, and open your knees, widen your arms if it feels good. Be soft and gentle here. Try not to pull or push too much. Doesn't matter how tight your squeeze or your hug is. Looking more for softness here. Start making circles to the opposite direction. Just enjoying this soft and gentle self-massage. Take a few more moments for any movements that you desire. Maybe lifting your legs up towards the ceiling, stacking your heels, knees, and hips. Or just making your way to our final posture, Shavasana. There are several positions of Shavasana. Choose whichever is most comfortable for you today. You can lay on the back with your legs fully extended. You can lay on the back with the legs bent, knees bent, and lay on the side, or you can sit up if laying is not an option today. We'll stay in Shavasana for several minutes, so make your way to there. Close your eyes or soften your knees. I will guide you through it, and I will indicate with a soft bell when is it time to start coming back. So find your Shavasana, find your rest position for today, and allow your physical body to let go of any engagement. Of any tension. Allow your eyes to soften, your tongue to feel soft in your mouth. Let go of any leftover tension in your cheeks. Envision yourself floating on a soft, fluffy, white cloud. Floating in a space that is filled with calm. Floating in a space that's filled with quiet. Space is filled with contentment. There's nowhere else to be. There's no thought. No doing. There's no undoing. There's only calmness. for bringing back your attention to your body. A few deeper breaths in. Start noticing your physical body on the mat. When you're ready, start making small movements. Your toes, your fingers, moving ankles, wrists, hips, head. And when you're ready, bend one knee at a time and bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself a very gentle hug. Roll to one side, whichever side feels good right now. And take a moment there to notice how you feel. Notice your breath. When you're ready, press into your hands and come up to take a seat, any seat. And when you're seated, bring your palms to your chest. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Part your lips and let your breath out through the mouth softly. A few more times just like that, breathing deep in through the nose and out through the mouth. In this moment, thank yourself for showing up on your mat, for taking time to practice. Thank yourself for bringing more awareness to the sensation of movement. Thank yourself for noticing how your body feels. Thank yourself for being strong. And thank yourself for the ability to breathe. Bow your head to your hands and gesture of gratitude to your heart, your physical body, and your mind. Whenever you're ready, blink your eyes open and come back to your space. And I thank you for showing up on your mat and joining me on mine. Namaste. Stay soft, stay calm throughout the day. And I will see you very soon.